I'm Bobby Waddle, I'm the head of operations at Hadfab. Here at Hadfab we're renowned for towers and substations, but there's a lot of special projects we can do as well. Recently we did the submarine set, the background for the Mission Impossible film. We also did the dolphin bridges through in Glasgow. We specialise in aluminium structures. We did some pipe work as well, so our portfolio of what we can deliver is quite extensive. Hadfab has been working in partnership with Ficep since early 2000s. We started off with singular cell machines, and then as time's gone by we've moved with the technology, which is a good part of Ficep. They grow and they're always constantly reinvesting in the new technology, and we've added that to our supply chain as well. In the early 2000s we bought a couple of angle lines from Ficep UK, and that was to help us do the standard towers back in that time. In 2004 we bought the 1001, which is the first gantry drilling machine, which got Hadfab into the drilling technology in terms of angle lines. In 2007 we bought our first drill saw, which is the Orient line. This allowed us now to move more efficiently into the substations and structural steel business. When we started work on the Crouching Man, there was real challenges in terms of the design and angles coming together. So Ficep brought us over to Italy for 3 days. We worked alongside them to see if we could back cut and thermally cut the angles, but unfortunately that wasn't the right solution, so Ficep gave us advice. We actually started scribing the markings on the Orient, and that let us know where we cut so we could get all the pieces together. We bought a P27 and a 1104, and they are secondary machines. So we do the thermal cutting on the first process, and as a secondary machine then we use that for punching and drilling to complete the product. We actually purchased another P27 because of the success of the first machine. The P27s, which we have 2 of, is still working today, producing parts every hour. But to complement that and to continue to grow with the market, we've also purchased a Tipo G25. In 2013 we had a real challenge. Towers were becoming more complicated. It wasn't your standard 45-degree clip it was required, it was all angles. We reached out to Ficep. Although they had that system and that type of machine 12 years previous, it wasn't in the market at that time. So we worked alongside Ficep, who designed it, delivered what we required, and we were the first UK company that actually got that delivered. The HP16 T6 has got an in-feed, which obviously helps productivity. It also has a drilling function, which lets us to do the tight back mark. It also has punching stations, making sure that all the operations were done in one cell, reduces the downstream manual product requirements. In terms of the HP16 T6, there's actually 6 tool types because of the different degrees of notching that we require, which really delivers on that complicated product type. In 2022 we bought the Tipo G25, which is a plate processing machine. When I was viewing a new plate processing machine for Hadfab, I considered the Gemini as well as the Tipo G. I went for the Tipo G. The reason for that was that we do a high repeatability of parts. What I love about the Tipo G is it does all the functionality. It's basically 3 cells built into one. So it does all the machining, drilling, milling, tapping, then all the cutting functions, plasma and epoxy, and the automation in terms of the parts coming out as well. So a real range of product delivery. As the market continually grows, and towers and pylons in particular has grown massively in the UK, taking us towards that net zero, what we've noticed is a lot of the tower plates are actually growing in size and thickness, so that required a machine like the Tipo G to be able to process that product type. We started purchasing angle lines from Ficep in the early 2000s. We've bought another 6 lines since then. Recently I've purchased the XP angle line. Now the reason I did that was it's a punching machine, but the XP compared to the HP products we've previously bought for Ficep, it gives us more benefits. It's given us a massive speed increase. When we compare it against the original models we bought, it's actually as much as 90% in terms of productivity. The accuracy, the quality, but we've also got the in-feed, out-feed, and alongside the nesting software we can actually eject products in certain areas, which massively increases our bundling process. One of the functions that Ficep helped us support on is the clear identification and marking of products. Most of our products does get galvanised, and that process means it's more difficult to read and identify material later. So what we've done alongside Ficep is we've installed daisy wheels or cassette stamping, and that gives us real clear visibility of the product type. Alongside the XP, we also purchased a Rapid 25T. The reason we did that was mainly to process tower legs. Towers are becoming larger in size as times and design is going, so we had to move alongside that market requirement. The Rapid 25T is brilliant at delivering tower legs. It's a drilling machine versus punching. It can go right up to 250 by 250 by 40. It also has a circular saw blade cut versus the old mechanical saws. The productivity difference in that is 4.5 minutes to 23 seconds with a higher quality finish. One of the functions I love about the Rapid 25T is the automation. It's heavy angles. It does in-feed. It does out-feed. For safety reasons and for handling, it's much better in the workplace. The Rapid also supports and delivers scribing. What that allows us to do is clearly identify material, mark it for the fabrication function later. It means it's easier to put the components together and then gives the operator guidance, which is automated program guidance rather than human beings making decisions. One of the things I love about the Rapid 25 is it's actually giving us the sub-axis of a milling function, which we use for healing. Healing's when you put angles together, that allows it to better pair, otherwise it wouldn't join together. It also reduces the requirement for human beings to do that at a later point. It also does a milling functions where we can do slots, which you don't always get in angle lines. So as of late, our customer requirement is that we need to be producing heavier and thicker angles for tower legs in particular. The Rapid 35T will support us in going up to even heavier angles. That will be 350 by 350 by 40 mm thick, and that's a drilling function as well. Hadfab has been working alongside Ficep since 2002. Ficep have installed the first 12 machines for us, but as Hadfab continues to grow and with the demands in the market, I'm glad to say we've actually ordered another 5 machines from Ficep, which will still be delivered. We've recently purchased and installed a Ficep Cut-Light Helios 15 kilowatt fibre laser machine, which does a 4 metre by 2 metre plate. When we purchased the Ficep Cut-Light machine, it was purchased in the UK, it was delivered quickly, installed quickly, and I'm glad to see it's already in operations. The reason I bought a fibre laser was that we already had the Tipo G25, which, as I said previously, does thicker plates and material. What we need speedy production with the demand, and the laser is a fantastic machine at delivering on the thinner plate, but still as a backup and substitute for the Tipo G if we need it. To further enhance our capability at Hadfab, I'm glad to say we've got another 4 angle lines in order with Ficep UK. One of them is the Rapid 35T for the heavier sections and the legs of the towers in particular. We've also got another 3 XP16 machines, some of them with 3 notches stations, one of them with 6 notches stations. The new XPs will deliver on the complex notching systems that we require, not just for the design and customer requirements, but also for Hadfab's internal uses. It will massively reduce my secondary operation requirements as a business, further enhancing our productivity levels. 2022, we bought steel projects to complement the Ficep machines. It really has been a journey. When I originally bought it, it was for nesting. Steel projects is a very good software for nesting in terms of the utilisation of the machines and to reduce the material waste. But what's happened is we bought it for nesting, and as time's evolved, we've actually realised that it gives us the full functionality of data feedback from machines, analysis and throughput, and the functionality controlling right down to the shop floor, where we've got workshop assistant and each of our operators now, even at manual workstations, letting us know what's happening day to day, hour to hour on the shop floor. As the market demand changes in Hadfab, so does the requirement for tower processing. What Steel Projects has allowed us to do is to nest and forecast what's going to happen in the machine before it does. That means we can troubleshoot, fix problems in the office, which has increased the machine OEE and obviously our throughput in terms of tonnage. Now, what it also does is it means that we can do massive batch manufacturing of serials, and that's increased our productivity in each of the angle lines. In terms of the higher management and senior management in Hadfab, we have much more visibility now than we've had previously, especially moving into larger contracts. James has been my supervisor implementing steel projects, working alongside Ficep UK, and just the other day he was telling me how much everybody's got to him for information, because steel projects has given us that much data and that much understanding of what's happening in your facility. Steel projects has given me not just my opinion as an operations expert, but also it's given me the metrics, the data to point me in the direction of why we're buying an XP machine, why we're buying a Rapid. It really has helped us guide that decision-making process as a senior team. So as well as the nesting and control functionality of steel projects, we've also got the links and a dedicated support network as well. So if we come up against an issue in a machine or with the software, we can contact Ficep and steel projects, and they're quick in getting back to us and supporting us to make sure the production continually flows. Ficep UK give us the quality machines, they give us a stock which is in the UK and close by, and a full service, and I've actually got service contracts. Ficep UK offer an online technical support, so if we've got any issues, we can contact them directly. They can actually analyse what's happening on the machines before a visit, give us guidance, and then of course if it is required they will come also and help us support on site. We used to have issues with running out of tools previously, but what we do now is that Ficep UK take control of that whole process. They give us the vending machines, make sure we never have a stock out, and in terms of the admin time, invoices, all of that's been reduced massively. Ficep UK works for me because they're always at the end of the phone, they're always available, they're always willing to come up, give advice, visit site, talk about your process flow, look at your machinery, look at your layout, really give it strong advice on how the business needs to progress and in what technology and process we're going to do to make that happen.